Dr. Anthony Fauci is testifying before a Republican-led House panel investigating the origins of COVID and the government's pandemic response. In his opening statement, Dr. Fauci addressed accusations that he tried to cover up the possibility that the virus originated from a lab. He said, quote, "In fact, the truth is exactly the opposite." Dr. Fauci also pushed back against a claim that he may have used his personal email for official business.
We should be recommending you to be prosecuted. We should be writing a criminal referral because you should be prosecuted for crimes against humanity. You belong in prison, Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Fauci is the closest thing that we had to someone taking heroic actions and giving us good advice and moral clarity during the pandemic.
The hearing is Fauci's first public appearance on Capitol Hill since leaving the government in 2022.